what I think are really important issues. I have a great concern that we're heading as a globe spiraling into the greatest food insecurity our planet has ever seen, affecting more people than ever. And obviously, this is an issue for Côte d'Ivoire. And so I would like to know from you, what is the largest impact of the Russia's war in Ukraine on the agricultural sector in the country? And what are some thoughts of yours to help to deal with any food insecurity?
Folks, did you know that you may be eligible to receive up to $1,000 from your state and city? And many of you are wondering how you can claim such additional financial assistance. Well, roughly 7 months have passed since the final enhanced monthly child tax credit payment was dispersed to families in the US. Now, since the checks ended, the number of children in poverty has increased from 12% to 17%. It has put 3.7 million children below the poverty line. Millions of parents welcomed these payments in the latter half of 2021 as they help provide financial relief during the crisis. This year, with inflation on the rise and a possible recession looming, several states are now planning to send families more money to lessen the impact. There's a new Republican Senate proposal that would send up to $350 per child and includes a work requirement. For now, it's up to the states to decide if they'll provide money in families to families in need. And so far, there are several states planning to enact a state child tax credit on offering deductions for households with children. Only one of those states is pending governor approval. Families in California who earn less than $25,000 are eligible for this $1,000 check as either a reduced state tax bill or refund. Those earning between $25,000 and $30,000 would receive a refunded reduced credit. The credit is only available for children under age 6, and also the family must qualify for the California Income Credit. Starting in January 2023, families in Colorado will get 5% to 30% of the federal credit for each qualifying child. The credit is only available for children under age 6. There is a deadline today that is for Connecticut families to sign up for a state tax rebate worth around $250 per child, but it appears certain that thousands of households will not claim their state checks of as much as $750. According to the state, more than 11,000 tax filers applied for the credit in a 24-hour period. State officials estimate that more than 300,000 Connecticut households meet the income requirements for $200,000 for couples and $100,000 for single parents. And nearly 60,000 families in Florida will receive $450 per child. Idaho families could also be eligible to get $205 for each of their qualifying dependents with Idaho's non-refundable child tax credit. Maryland is providing $500 refundable tax credits for each qualifying child under a bill pending approval by the governor. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy recently signed a $50 billion budget that would include a New Jersey child tax credit program. The fiscal year 2023 Appropriations Act makes use of a $7 billion budget surplus. And significantly, the budget also allocates funds of up to $500 per child under the age of 6. Families making under $30,000 will receive $500 per child. And now, folks, this tax credit is fully refundable. It means that you can receive the money even if you don't owe any New Jersey state taxes. That means even if you don't normally file taxes, you should be able to claim this fund.
Yes, ma'am. You want to look at it? I'm sure others would have comments, but let me point out that they say that we're reduced by $200 billion. Okay, our economy, that's about 0.8 to 1.2 of our nation's GDP every year. They're going to reduce that over 10 years. It is going to be less than a fraction of 0.04% of our 0.04%, roughly 0.08 of our nation's GDP. What's that?
If things go perfectly.
If things go perfectly. Now, and then the debt and deficit, this will be a total rounding error. So if that's what they're using to justify, and if that's their strongest argument, it's a pretty weak, strong argument. I don't think they care, and I think they're only trying to get a fig leaf to justify billions of new spending.
This is an important question. The deficit saving estimate is down to $100 billion, I think over a 10-year period. See, the gimmicks in Build Back Better were exposed, and that's why they lost Manchin. The House claimed Build Back Better cost $1.7 trillion. I asked CBO, if you took all the gimmicks out, if you made the child tax credit for 10 years, not 2, which we know it would be.
Actually come to the conclusion, I hope, they generally don't know what they're doing. The best way to stop a drunk driver is to take the keys away before they get in the car. The best way to stop this tax and spend and inflationary madness is to fire some of the 50 so they can't keep doing this to your family. March of 2021, we had a debate. Senator Sanders, very good man. And everybody over there told us if we pass the American Rescue Plan, your life will be dramatically better. And as $1.9 trillion passed with Democratic votes alone in March of 2021. Not one Republican voted for it. Since then, we've been able to pass an infrastructure bill in a bipartisan manner. We passed legislation trying to keep guns out of the hands of mentally unstable people and generally help with that problem. We've come together around the Ukraine to help them beat the Russians. We've come together to designate Russia as a state sponsor of terrorism. My oligarch friend up there, the guy who hates oligarchs more than anybody, we've come together to try to go after the assets of the Putin cronies. So it's not like we can't work together. But what you're not going to get from our side is buy-in to really bad ideas. So to the American people, the same people telling you what this bill is going to do for you are the same people who...
The great state of Washington, and I thank her for that. I want to thank my colleagues, Senator Kaine and Senator Blumenthal, who have also been such strong leaders on this issue. And I am here to say that what they are saying, Senator Murray, Senator Blumenthal, Senator Kaine, is right. We need to do something in this country to lower child care costs and increase its availability. And I pledge to my colleagues and to the American people that I will keep working with Senator Murray until we get something done to increase access to high-quality child care for working families. We all know today families pay more for child care than at any point in American history. Amazingly, sometimes families have to pay more for child care than they would pay for a mortgage. It's out of reach. And some people forget how the world has changed. When I was a kid, my dad had this little junkie exterminating business. My mom was